Deepfakes of real politicians, causing confusion and chaos.
Society is at great risk. When you can't distinguish fact from fiction,
we investigate how AI-created deepfakes are infiltrating democracy.
It really causes us to second-guess things and not trust each other.
Plus, proposals to combat election deception and political fiction.
Our democracy cannot survive unless we deal with this issue.
Watch Manipulated: Political Pretenders, now on InvestigateTV.com.
We've heard it over and over again. Seeing is believing. But in the age of artificial intelligence, can you really believe what you see? Not always computer-generated me, because AI keeps getting better and better at making fake versions of real people. So experts tell us this is where we have to draw the line before imposter humans do serious harm to our democracy. Wow.
The danger of what I call fake AI people or counterfeit people is really big.
Jeremy Carrasco is a genuine, very real person with very real concerns about the future of artificial intelligence.
If it gains the ability to make a perfectly undetectable human in video form, it becomes incredibly powerful.
AI is already getting extremely close. Human deepfakes are all over the internet, with people's voices and faces replicated so well it can be hard to tell what's real. That's where Jeremy comes in.
I feel a responsibility because I can see the differences and not everyone can.
People send me videos all the time.
And so this former piano teacher is now playing social media educator.
The tells like the frame rate and the light and the movement are red flags for me.
He's using his skills as an encoding engineer to school the masses on TikTok.
With AI video this good and simple, how do you figure it out?
Racking up high view counts as he breaks down the fine details of videos that blur the lines of reality and spark debate.
A lot of this is something that anyone can spot given the right practice, essentially.
But as AI advances, it's getting harder to keep up.
Just like counterfeit money was illegal when money was invented, now we have this new influx of counterfeit humans flooding the zone. And what happens when there's counterfeit money is people have to look at every $20 bill. Like, that's not something we can do.
And let's be honest, that's not something everyone wants to do, which could create problems when it comes to politics. Given the country's deep divide, experts say many people deliberately choose to believe what they see.
People want to assume the worst thing about opponents, and so if you see a negative image of a Joe Biden or a Donald Trump, and if you agree with that message, you're going to accept that as a statement of fact, even if it's fake.
Daryl West is an author and researcher with the Brookings Institution in D.C. For years, he's been looking at the connections between AI, disinformation, and democracy.
If we don't address this problem, we are risking American democracy, because democracy requires compromise and negotiation. It involves respect for people with opposing points of view. If we have manipulated images, that fuels extremism. It makes polarization worse. It makes us hate our neighbors even more than we do already. That's a basic problem. Our democracy cannot survive unless we deal with this issue.
West says tech companies could deal with it by being more serious about content moderation, pulling down deepfakes, especially because of their potential impact on voters and elections. Right now, though, no one's making them.
There are a number of things that policymakers could do. It's just nationally, we haven't done any of those things. Congress has not passed any significant legislation in this area. The time for talking is past. We need action.
Congressional leaders have tried. U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar, a victim of a recent deepfake with vulgar descriptions about an actress that went viral, has co-sponsored bills trying to put up guardrails that would help curb AI deception.
I've just been shocked that we are all sitting by like observers.
One of her proposals would require disclaimers on political ads generated with substantial help from AI to alter images, video, and audio, giving voters a reality check.
When it comes to these fake political videos, the fact that we're not even passing something that says digitally altered for the ones that are constitutionally would be protected.
Right now, that protection is piecemeal and largely depends on where you live. Our national investigative team looked at regulations nationwide, finding at least a dozen states have already passed AI disclosure laws related to political candidates. Some include specific rules for language, saying the content has been manipulated, altered, or generated by AI. Requirements that wording be a certain size or lay directly over top of a deepfake. Regulations that ban dissemination of AI content for specific time periods before and after elections. And some even give candidates depicted without a disclaimer the option to seek damages.
We need to understand we're in a different world now. With the new digital tools, there's so many ways you can manipulate audio, video, and other types of things. And so people need to learn how to evaluate information in this digital world.
So this is a good example of a meme account that's using AI, and every single post is a press conference.
With real people.
With real people.
Jeremy Carrasco is doing his part to help them. Despite the controversies it creates, he sees political content as an on-ramp to conversations about AI. But he's not trying to sway voters or even say definitively when something is a deepfake. He just wants the audience to have the skills to figure it out themselves.
Use these very viral and controversial moments as teaching opportunities rather than, passing judgment. The goal is to teach, it's to educate, it's to give people the tools they need to do it, because en masse, that's what's going to be more effective.